Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series. We're going to be taking a look at one of the dungeons reworked in patch 6.3, Xelphatol. As you proceed through here, there will be rocks falling from the sky. You'll want to make sure that you're not standing inside of these, as if you are hit by the AoE, it will apply a vulnerability debuff. This debuff can be applied to the enemies as well, though. So whenever you see the circle falling from the sky, you can drag the adds into the AoE, causing them to get hit by the rock and taking more damage from the entire party. Now, the enemies in this area will also be throwing out their own circular AoEs and cone AoEs, so you'll want to make sure you're sidestepping out of these. They will also apply a poison debuff to the tank, which can be removed with Esuna. The toads will also have a large circular AoE they will do around themselves. For the first boss, shortly after you pick him up, he'll face a random party member and cast Wind Blast. This will just be a large line AoE that you'll need to sidestep out of. Throughout the entire fight, he'll be casting Short Bursts, which will do additional damage to the tank, so just need a little bit of extra healing. When he goes to the back of the platform and casts Lift, he'll become untargetable, summoning multiple adds. You'll want to just AoE these down. The main one to focus down will be the floating turret. Whenever you kill the turret, it will say that it's going to knock everyone up into the air. You'll want to position yourself underneath the boss so that when you're knocked into the air, it pops his balloon, bringing him back to the ground. Afterwards, he'll summon 2 air stones and become invulnerable while they are alive. So again, you'll just want to switch to these and focus them down. He'll do another Wind Blast for his line AoE that you'll just want to sidestep out of. He'll then turn to a random party member and cast Long Burst. You only know which party member he is targeting by the direction he is facing. This is a damage over time ability that can be removed with Esuna. Moving into the next area, when you reach the platform, you'll want to make sure you're standing in the middle off of the spikes. These adds will have cone AoEs that you just want to move out of. In the next section, as you proceed up the platform, there will be multiple adds that will come from the left and right. Make sure you're picking each of these up before proceeding on. The Fate Caller is going to be a caster type unit that will not come to you, so make sure that you're going back and tanking on top of them so that they're also being hit by the AoE. Once the final unit is dead, it will drop a bone key that you'll need to pick up to be able to open up the imposing gate. And once everyone's in the lift, you can use the lever to raise to the next platform. When fighting the Gubus, they do have large cone AoE that they'll do at random party members, so you'll just want to move out of these. For the second boss, when you cast on low, this is just going to be a cone AoE targeted at the tank, so you just want to quickly move to the side to avoid this. On high is going to do a platform-wide knockback, so make sure you're lined up with one of the palisades to prevent yourself from being knocked into the spikes. I'll then cast on low one more time, so make sure that you're sidestepping either left or right. Then select 2 random party members and put a circular AoE around them. So make sure that you're spreading out to not hit other party members. When he casts Swift Feather, this will cause his next ability to be almost instant cast. After this, he'll cast on low. You can still avoid this ability by beginning to move as soon as he finishes casting Swift Feather. I'll then cast Storm Coming, which is going to put a storm in front of multiple palisades before doing another on high to knock people back. So make sure that you're positioning yourself so that you're hit into one of the palisades that does not have the AoE in front of it. In this final area, the balloons no longer need to be destroyed, so you just pick up the adds that come out of them and AoE them down, making sure to move out of the cone AoEs that they'll throw out. Once they are dead, make sure that you pick up the air stone. For the next area, you'll first go to the left and pick up the adds that will come out of this balloon, and then proceed across the platform and pick up the ones that will come from the other side. Once all these adds are dead, they will drop another air stone that you'll need to pick up to proceed to the final area. For the final group, the Sky Caller is a caster type unit, and most of his abilities are interruptible. The Hornbill has a circular AoE he can't throw on the ground, and then the Sky Caller has a large line AoE that he can do, along with Arrow 3, which will just do party-wide damage. Arrow 2, which is the line AoE, can also be interrupted, but since Arrow 3 is unavoidable, it's better to interrupt that one. For the final boss, he'll also have Arrow 3. When he casts this, will do party-wide damage that you just have to heal through. Hawk will put a circular AoE on all party members, so you just want to spread out a bit to not overlap these. Throughout the entire fight, he'll be casting Ixali Arrow, which will just do additional damage to the tank. Ixali Arrow 2 is a line AoE that you'll just want to move out of. The second time he casts Hawk will be a group up mechanic, so you just want to group to split this damage some, and he'll follow it up with an Arrow 3 for even more party-wide damage. When the boss moves to the front of the platform and begins to cast Summon Garuda, then you'll want to move towards the middle of the platform, as whenever Garuda is summoned, this will do a donut AoE around her, along with her doing a large cone AoE on one side. At the same time, the boss will also cast Hawk, doing the circular AoEs on all party members. Followed up with a Arrow 2 for the large line AoE that you'll just want to sidestep out of. And then another Arrow 3 for party-wide damage. The next Hawk will be the group up one again. I'll follow this up with an Arrow 2, so you'll just need to sidestep from the position wherever you grouped up. and then another arrow 3 for even more party-wide damage. Around this time, he'll go back to the front of the platform, begin casting Summon Garuda again. Again, make sure that you're moving into the middle of the platform to avoid the donut AoE, and then spreading out to avoid overlapping the Hawk AoEs. But this should be it for Xelphatol. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.